regarding.
So, guys, a loud round of applause for Vibhu. Visit to Singapore. Vibhu Gupta, visit to Singapore.
Pack your bags, gentlemen. You are ready to be set to fly to Singapore for a customer visit next week. Well, these were just the instructions given out by management to me last month, so I went. I was excited for a nice on-site visit to a developed country. The security at Delhi airport was certainly a long ordeal, but nevertheless, I reached the Singapore. Changi Airport is the name. It's a sprawling airport that houses 2 stories of shopping complex itself. My dear friend, Singapore is considered to be one of the best places to live in today. And let me share a few of the traits that I experienced myself. And of course, as a visitor, the most common quality I used of theirs was transportation. Public transport is encouraged so much that private cars would attract a hefty tax on registration. But on the other hand, the government provides metro stations, and the metro is ubiquitous, widespread. In fact, most of the shopping malls would have a dedicated station in their basement. The card that I used to pay at metro, the same card would swipe at the bus stop, within the bus. And each gate of the station would have an adjoining bus stand. The bus stand would be lit up with a LED status along with a route map. Double-decker buses are common to save on the road space. I could see a person with a battery-operated scooter, the one that you stand on it like this. They would carry within the train and within the buses because both have charging points. The cars do not line up to pay toll tax, but doesn't mean government doesn't collect it. There would be an overhead metal bar, the car moves underneath and push, the debit has been made. Roads are so tidy and smooth. Footpaths are blind and disabled friendly. I saw a person on skateboard moving on the footpath. He switched onto the road, even crossed a red light, without being the need to even get off his board once. Do we imagine this? The road signs, they have a font color. Red means there is a high traffic ahead. Similarly, yellow and green, just like we have in Google Maps. Interestingly, I hired a bicycle with a mobile app. Pick up the bike, you ride it, leave it anywhere. Simple and secure. Talking about security and city administration, I got a chance to move on the streets 2 in the night. I could see young girls, boys, even elderly. They were walking, jogging, cycling. Young couples could sit at corners without the fear of being harassed by activists. Air felt clean. Anyways, with all these good memories, let's get back to Changi Airport for my return flight to India. Imagine how much time the security takes. Not even 2 minutes. By this time, I don't know whether I should be surprised or unsurprised. Back home, I did some research about the geography and the history of this country. It doesn't have not too much of a land, approximately just about 400 square miles of land, mostly surrounded by water. Doesn't have not even too much, not even any mineral resources. Certainly not enough land for agriculture and factories. And interestingly, this country got independence as recent as 1965 from the Malaysian and erstwhile British rule. And that time, it was in great crisis, poverty. And in such a short time, it has developed itself so much. Let's reflect back together. What is this formula from the rags to riches? What I realized, it's nothing but a close coordination between the government and the citizens. The government is honest. But again, I myself would attribute this to public because they are the ones who elected. Because of this honesty, they are able to afford a very low tax regime. Just imagine a 5 to 7% of income tax. That too on a very high income slab. And still they are able to save enough to create a world-class infrastructure. But the public itself is also very responsible. They would not take pride in breaking the rules. Rather, they would like to adhere to them, however strict they be. Citizens are patriotic enough to serve a fixed number of days every year in the military. They keep themselves fit. They never litter on the road, forget spitting. You never see a crowd. Everybody stands in the queue, patiently and respectfully. So my friends, take an economic guess. An environment of low taxes, very high infrastructure, and very low crime rate. What does it attract from the world? Any guesses?
Investments.
Investments. Foreign investments is the key. It starts pouring in. The wheel of economy starts spinning and it feeds itself. So there is no magic. So if I quickly rewind the tape, I want to ascertain one core value that triggers this country to such a success. What can I ascribe it to? People. The self-integrity of each Singaporean citizen. Multiply that with the population, you see this success. So if they can do, so can we. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Vibhu, for such a wonderful speech. So, guys, you would have ballot papers with you. Those who don't have, you need to collect it from the Sergeant at Arms. And please fill in feedback for the speech today.